Hi everyone, this is the Ask Annie podcast, Horse Girl reviews on products you use. Hi Devon, thank you for being on the podcast today. Would you introduce yourself and tell us your role at Straight Arrow?
Yeah, my name's Devon B. Katzev. I am the president of Straight Arrow Products, makers of the brands Mane and Tail, Cowboy Magic, and Exhibitors.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how horses have been a part of your life?
Absolutely. A little bit about myself. Well, I'm the youngest of three brothers, and my parents are Phil and Bonnie Katzev. I was named after the Devon Horse Show in Devon, Pennsylvania. I grew up on our horse farm located in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. My parents were definitely avid horse lovers, and we did Arabian show horses. And that has had a big impact on me growing up, obviously. And also, as I was growing up, the other thing we did was our family business, which has been around since I was a little kid. And back in those days when I happened to work the family business back in those days, I was paid by Banana Splits for little treats for helping out. But anyway, how have horses been a part of your life? Well, as a child growing up on the family farm and all this stuff over in Phillipsburg, New Jersey, the horses helped ground me a lot. And my horse's name was Jari, and she taught me a lot in life, and especially how to care for someone besides myself as I was growing up. So I've learned a lot from her. For example, I remember when I was a little kid, and this is again how the horses have influenced me. I remember going to an Eastern Saratoga show years ago when I was a little kid, and I had to go into this halter class with my horse Jari, and I never did halter classes before or anything. And my dad basically taught me how to be a showman with the horse and set her up and do everything for the halter class to get ready before the class started. Literally 15 minutes is what he trained me in. And the interesting thing is I go into the ring and I start doing everything he told me to do. You know, I'm out in front of the horse and I'm showing and I'm doing everything to set the horse up. And I'm like looking to the left and right of me, and there's other kids there in the ring standing there doing nothing. They're just kind of like standing next to their horse, not doing anything. And for a minute there, I'm starting to ask myself, am I doing something wrong? Well, after that entire class was done and I walked out of there with the blue ribbon, I realized, wow, I did something right. Because they were very impressed at how actively involved I got with the horse to do the setup and everything. And that teaches you a lot that people perceive when you're getting involved and you're doing something. It sets a precedent for everybody who's watching it, including a judge. So that was kind of one neat lesson I've learned from my horses over the years. Another interesting little fact is like when I used to go around the horse shows, people got a kick out of how my horse would follow me around the show. Like literally, I was like probably 8-9 years old. I'd be walking around the horse show, and the horse would follow me without a halter, without a lead, and I'd walk all over the showgrounds, and I could go up to the snack stands back then and get my hot chocolate in the morning, and my horse would be right there next to me. And that showed me that she cared about me and I cared about her. You know, we had a nice bonding relationship. So things like this in life, were great things that I had to ground me as I was growing up in the horse world.
Goodness, all saying, she sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I miss her. I do miss her.
So Straight Arrow has also been a huge part of your life for a while now. Can you tell us a little bit about how this family idea grew into the brand that it is today?
Yeah, it has been a huge part of my life. Straight Arrow was founded in 1970. I was born in 67. The idea of Straight Arrow was very simple. When we were starting the product, like back in those days, there was a lot of horse owners that would wash their horses with cheap shampoos and like dishwashing detergents. That was all going on throughout the 60s because there weren't a lot of products on the market and people were just looking for a cheap way to wash and clean the horses. But what they weren't really fully understanding is there's a lot of drying effects that can happen from those shampoos. They were just not formulated for what they were trying to use it for. And the idea was simple. We came up with a conditioner because even though we were washing our horses at the time, we'd use these conditioners to keep their hair, their coat, everything beautiful and shiny and flowing. And when we would go to the horse shows, people would just look at our horses and go like, wow, what are you guys doing? Because your horses look great. And we just showed them. We were like, here, we just made our own little concoction. And the rest is kind of history from there. We just took it to the next level and started to manufacture it for people.
Goodness, what a unique start. That's really cool. How do you think it being a family business has shaped Straight Arrow?
Well, being a family business, I think the biggest thing that people understand about Straight Arrow is they know we care. We do make everything ourselves, from the development to the finished product that we ship. And as we're doing it, even as a family business, we try to make it fun along the way as we're doing the process. And that influence is all the quality that has led up to these products and how we make them. And, it also led to, because of the influence of all these products and the way we make them and do things, it led to the biggest demand of our products, which was back in the mid-90s. What was happening is people were starting to use our products on themselves instead of the horses, because they kept seeing all the results that were going on. So now all of a sudden we got our consumers are demanding these products. And the biggest thing that was going on is people were using our products to grow their hair. And by word of mouth, this just thrust us right into the world of retail. And I've never seen anything like it. Even back in that day, it was very challenging on the whole family, because what was the hard thing was making a transition of selling to equine tack stores and small pets to now being demanded by all the major retailers in the world back in the day, like Walgreens and CVS and all these big chain stores of retail wanted our horse shampoo. And this was crazy. And our tagline for all this became, discover the secret. And this demand that was going on in the world, I mean, this was an unprecedented thing that we have, to this day, I mean, I've never seen a launch ever into the retail side that happened like this, truly by word of mouth. And these retailers were calling us and demanding these products for their shelves. And we met the challenge, We were able to get these products into their stores, get it going. And here we are today. We continue to be a top-selling retail brand, and we do it on a global scale. One other thing to kind of sum up, what does this mean of being a family business that helped shape Straight Arrow? I'll take it one further. So Straight Arrow was not just shaped by us as a family, but it's also been by our customers from their demands and what they want out of our products. And we listen to them. So our family commitment to Straight Arrow is the quality and the caring for all these, for basically all the species, I got to say, that are using our products, from the animals to the people all the way around. And we'll continue to do that. But we're there for our customers as much as they all the way around.
Yeah, and you really seem to have shaped products for horse owners' everyday needs. How do you think this influenced the product development for Straight Arrow?
Well, the funny thing is the influence for what's going on with these products, and it's all about feel. And we do things a little differently here as I've grown up and as we've done all this stuff, because a lot of the products to begin with, I'll test on me first because I'm looking for a certain feel. But I also have people that I work with on the chemistry side. Like a lot of chemists will work from a laboratory and they'll develop products and they'll put things out. But one thing a lot of chemists will lack is really getting out in the field to feel the end result of what their products will feel like and do on the end consumer or on a horse or on a pet. And what I do is I drag my formulators along with me and we solve all these problems for feel, how it is on the horses, how it feels on people, feels on pets. And when they feel that result, it makes them think differently, including myself, and makes us, it's interesting, as it evolves, we start looking at new challenges to try to help these products go to the next level. And that's one of the unique things that we've got going on with as we develop our products and stuff like that. And the influence of, doing this around the horses, that just really impacts the chemists in a way they've never experienced before, because how many chemists actually get to go out to the farm and meet a horse and pet them? So it's definitely interesting the way we work as far as the way we develop.
Definitely, and combining two worlds and resulting in one great product.
Exactly.
So Straight Arrow started as filling a need in the equine shampoo industry, but has grown into something so much bigger than that. What are the current product lines that Straight Arrow offers, and how do they align with Straight Arrow's mission of satisfy the customer?
Well, again, um, our roots are still very strong within the equine industry, especially with our mane and tail brand. And we continue to develop, and we will continue to develop in the equine side. Um, but it's interesting. Over the years, the mane and tail line has grown in so many directions, and it's had impact into the people's pets as well as also specialty items for personal care for people. So the line has really moved in a lot of directions, and some people are familiar with it and some aren't. But every day, people are discovering more about what we're doing. The other thing that's kind of interesting, what's happened with Straight Arrow, is as we've continued to grow, I've known other people from within the industry, and we've acquired other brands, such as we have now acquired a brand, Cowboy Magic, and we've also acquired another brand called Exhibitors. So we've taken on these brands, and we have put the caring and everything that we're doing into these brands as well, and maintain the legacy that these brands have also created. We also make products today for podiatrists. We sell it under a brand of ours called Foot Miracle, and we have a lot of different products that satisfy the needs for doctors, podiatrists, and we make a lot of other products in so many other categories as well. So we've become a manufacturer of a lot of different things for the world. And again, in order to, as we continue to grow and develop these products, we always listen to our customers. And we always are trying to interpret how these new products that we're creating will fulfill the need. You know, it's just what we've been doing for 50 years now. So, and we'll keep developing.
That's fantastic. What would you say your go-to product is, or the product that you see being most popular, and why?
Well, that is the obvious one is our original mane and tail formulas. I mean, hands down, that's one of our staple products. It's been around for 50 years. Our conditioning formula. We've continued to maintain that quality for 50 years in that product, and whether it's and that product is used for people, for pets, for their horses, everywhere, and that is truly hands down our staple product. I mean, the original.
That's awesome. And you mentioned it, but I'm glad you mentioned Mane and Tail because in episode 16, I reviewed Mane and Tail's Ultimate Gloss Shampoo and Ultimate Gloss Conditioner, and I loved them. And I've been using Mane and Tail since I was a little kid, and I really appreciated the evolution of the Ultimate Gloss line. How did this line evolve, and what are the key highlights behind this formula development?
Well, the Ultimate Gloss, you know, when I was first working on developing this formula, we wanted to try something different. And the way we started out was how to clean horses and pets more efficiently with less effort in scrubbing, and a deeper cleaning to lift out the dirt and the dander like no other shampoo. So we started to go down the road as how do we make this product work even better? So we went out and we kept trying to develop to figure out how to get this more lift, to get this cleaning, to get this all out. And then what happened is we're in the middle of the process, and this doesn't happen all the time because I've been developing formulas for a lot of years. And what happened is during the development stage, like I think we got to like the fourth or fifth generation, or it was just like 4 or 5 tries at trying to get the formulation working. And on this like fourth or fifth try, an interesting thing happened. When we got to the dry down of the horse on the coat, and we were looking at it, all of a sudden this coat got so smooth, so silky. Not only did the dirt and everything roll out of the coat, which was amazing in itself because we got it all out, but then we had this shine that came behind. And we were all trying to figure out what just happened here, because sometimes things happen by accident as you're developing. And this was like an amazing accident that just kind of, when we saw it, we were like, all right, this is so cool what just happened. I don't know what happened. This is like a gift from above. Leave it alone and let's try this out and make sure this is real. And it's exactly real is what's going on here. It's like, because even when I use this stuff, I'm very amazed with Ultimate Gloss, because when we used it, like, well, for example, we work with the Bethlehem Police Department. And when I was in the development phase, I took the product down to the police department and gave it to the officers to try on their horses, and just told them, here, go wash your horses and see what you think. And when they started washing those horses, they were like amazed at how they have never seen their horses that clean, first off, because they were like, this is amazing. There's no dander anywhere. They were also amazed at how long it lasted. It lasted for days. But the most impressive thing they couldn't believe is when the horse dried down, the softness, the silkiness, and the shine that that coat put out. They were just amazed, because that made such an impression on the community when they're riding the horses around and protecting the community. And then again, like I said, this effect has lasted for days, because like when the horses, you'd release them and they'd go roll, it was interesting. They were easier to brush out, easier to clean, and they still were maintaining that shine. And a lot of people, when they start discovering what Ultimate Gloss is and they see that shine, they're like, wow. They're like, they can't believe how long it lasts, how good it looks, and then how long the feel maintains. I mean, this thing is, I'm truly proud of this formula. This is one that we developed. We're going to do everything in our power to maintain it all the way through, because this one, as people discover it, are going to discover just how good the product is. And there's a lot of people that still don't even know we make it. So as they continue to find out, even our little pet owners and everybody else are going to be like, whoa, what is this stuff? Because we hear it every day, the more and more people who discover Ultimate Gloss. So it's an exciting formulation, and it still has a long way to grow.
That's awesome. I love that firsthand account from the police station. That's so neat. How important is it to straight out or provide customers with products like these that they can use in their everyday life?
Oh, well, I'll keep that one real short. It's not just important, it's our passion. It's it's what I do. I've been doing it since I was little, and will continue to do so.
And if a listener has never heard of Straight Arrow before, how would you recommend they get started learning about your products?
Well, the beautiful thing is Mane and Tail has been around a long time. So we are all over the website. We have numerous pages developed around our numerous brands. So, because obviously we have the main one, which is maneandtail.com. We have Cowboy Magic. We have exhibitorsequine.com. We have ultimategloss.com. And we are on a number of social channels. And here's the biggest thing is, even if you can't find that, just go to the back of our bottle. We have our direct number right on the back of the bottle. Call us. We have live bodies here to talk to, and you can call us right up, and we'll answer your questions and help you out any way we can, because we want people to have a good experience with Mane and Tail. We're at Straight Arrow,
Are there any new products that listeners should be on the lookout for?
Well, here's the interesting thing. We have just finished a major expansion in Forks Township, Pennsylvania, over here near Easton. And we needed the facility because the product lines are growing to such a demand, but I wanted to make sure we had this beautiful facility so we could keep the quality and maintain it. So we have the state-of-the-art facility. And yes, we do have a lot of new stuff that's happening. And we have a lot that's on the drawing board that we have not even released, but we're getting ready to do so hopefully within the next year or so. But for example, we have released a new micellar shampoo for people. Now, we wanted to do this twist a little bit in our own way. Like, for example, when you hear the word micellar, a lot of people think of a product, that they use to clean off their makeup and take oil and dirt and all that type of stuff off of the skin. But the concept of micellar can also apply in a shampoo for the exact same purpose and be gentle, because what you're going to do is you're going to, in essence, help remove the styling products. You're going to help remove excess oil in the hair. And what you're going to do is you're going to set the scalp very nicely and clean, and it'll be gentle and everything. It's just a beautiful formulation the way it comes together. And we did the same thing pairing it up with its conditioner so that when the hair got finished, it would have a beautiful silky flow to it. And so that's one of our newest things that is out. We also, to our Cowboy Magic line, we had a little bit of fun here. We brought out a product that we did where the cowboy, we had they'll see it, that I always kind of envisioned, like, what would a girl do if she saw Cowboy Magic, like hand cream product on the shelf? Well, she wouldn't want to call it Cowboy. And what I envisioned was like she'd take her lipstick out and cross out the word boy and write girl on it.
That's
And
awesome.
it's a neat package. Yeah, it's cool and it's funny. At the same time, people are going to look at that like, what? Because I figure, that's probably something a girl would do. This ain't no cowboy. So what we came out with was Cowgirl Hand Ultra Hydrating Cream. And this is a brand new a cream that we put out for a lot of our horse riders that are out there, like women who are in show rodeos or whatever, barrel racers, all this stuff. We even got people who are rock climbers, all these. What they wanted was a product that just absorbs in, conditions the hands, dries down, leaves them beautiful, and and dries quickly so they're not sticky, so they can get back into things. And that's exactly what we've done with this formula. We've set it up in so many ways, and they'll see all the benefits for that one coming down the road. The other thing we've done is with the demand of different hairstyles throughout the world in the personal side, we have seen sulfate-free formulations becoming more and more popular depending on what kind of styles and your own personal hair care you want to do and where people want to use sulfate-free products. So we are going to start introducing an array so they have choices, because there's nothing wrong with the old formulations we have, but some people want a choice of something different. So we'll offer them that choice, and they can make whatever decision they want because every consumer has their own preference. The other neat thing is people still have not yet discovered Ultimate Gloss. So as we continue to grow that, we'll have new sizes in that coming out to encourage more trial so people can start to understand it. Because when we originally launched it in the ag side, we had it in a large bottle, but a lot of people have started demand. I put it in a smaller bottle so they can start to get it, try it, use it, and get it out there more. So that's coming too. So there's a lot of, and there's more to come even beyond that. Can't get into everything because I can't give away all my secrets, but we do have a lot more in the pipeline in the works.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing those with us. I'm excited to try out that hand cream. That sounds wonderful.
Oh, absolutely. We'll make sure we get you some out. We'll get you a sample out so you can try it for yourself and let us know what you think.
This sounds great. Well, that's all the questions that I have. Did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, as always, it's like what I always like to say is thank you to all of the customers out there. And we'll keep doing all our parts of what we do here at Straight Arrow, making the products and keep going out. Other than that, I just thank everybody, and there we go.
Thanks for tuning in. Learn more about the Ask Annie podcast by following us on Facebook and Instagram at Ask Annie Podcast. Have a suggestion for a product you'd like me to use in an upcoming episode? Email me at askanniepodcast@gmail.com or leave a comment on any of our social media pages. Find even more Ask Annie episodes anywhere you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and many more. The Ask Annie podcast is a production of the Equine Podcast Network, an entity of Active Interest Media and the Equine Network.